League. Vitality want to get to 17. This would be their game to do it. NiP didn't put up much of a fight in that first map. Maybe they're warmed up now, though, going into the CT side of a classic map. Vitality, sneaky boys, climbing silo, looking to split main, I guess. It's that around the world. We'll see where their hats will lie.
This is looking like the main drop.
Drop top. One flash. Taking its time to just never appear, apparently. They're just going to make it all the way down with no resistance. There's the late flash into main, up into heaven. flameZ, I imagine he also saw Hampus there, who will reroute, calm that along. Heaven players know what's going on. The lobby flank is nice, but Brollan might just get caught by Apex. Fires off a shot, Spinks in the back. Apex there to punish, and they could go ramp if they want, but they've got so much control towards main. Losing their Heaven player doesn't help, however, and they won't bail. Maybe they should have. Look at this stack. Down the vent is the right route for Apex, and they'll join him on ramp.
Yeah, finds his way in with the bomb. Spinks dead out through ramp.
The timing missed.
Oh, Apex, they didn't know about the guy down towards Decon, and so Config will just manhandle Vitality there in the pistol. NiP gonna pick that up as they deny the attempt at Vitality's pistol round.
Yeah, I mean, they won the pistol in map 1, and then they lost 11 rounds in a row. So let's not get ahead of ourselves, but that's certainly the bare minimum here for NiP. Certainly the start they needed. Can't believe Hampus climbed back up outside after seeing flames on the roof. I guess that info was one way. And unfortunate timing for ZywOo trying to cover Apex's vent as a player just sneaks right down in time. Bomb plant is going to suffice for Vitality. Galil's AK, decent. Dangerous even for NiP. Got to watch out outside. ZywOo's leading away with the scout.
Ooh, had a chance there. As Hampus graced the crosshair, but only for a moment.
Ooh.
Spinks is going to be the one to pick that up, and now with Hampus dead, suddenly this route's opened for the cross down through Secret. Vitality get a move on Config, tries to get into Decon in time, and he will make it down the stairs. Feigns the fallback by swinging the door open. Vitality are forced to try and make a play out through the double doors, but Brollan's already down here.
Big clear on the lobby, knowing that Apex is gone. It's just going to fall down to this lower take, and Brollan might have to catch on Flames. He should have. flameZ flicks back in time. Config drops the bomb, but these trades are plentiful for Vitality. It's only Headtrick spotted in the door. Nice flick back, but flameZ still with 1 point of health is putting on quite the resistance in this force buy round. Rez walking into his death, perhaps, but not in a hurry to make that move down the ladder. ZywOo baiting for flameZ, who hits the third as well. And those footsteps pulled Rez right into the trap. So it's kind of already a repeat of Mirage. Pistol round, force buy comes straight through. And Spinks, the star of the show last map.
Yeah, you're calling it now?
Again. Yeah, I'm not going to call 11 rounds in a row, but I'm going to call, certainly will call the 2-0. I want to see Spinks' rating for last game, 2.32.
Yeah.
Unreasonable.
No, kind of crazy, right? The fact that he's even improving on his rating here in Group A is kind of unreal. Currently sat 1.82 across the 3 maps that they've played.
Yeah, against Orcs, I mentioned it last map, but Vitality were flawless on their CT side. They did not give away a T round. $15-0 on Mirage.
This is a really nice move being made from Apex here, right? They got outside, and now he's just kind of taking it upon himself to try and get real estate over towards Heaven. He knows that this will be the opening for his team, and the beauty of it is even though he plays first there to get that first kill, he doesn't have to keep fighting here, right? They try to flash him in for a little bit more. Could have let his teammates take the contact and been more of a closer. Instead, Rez has actually made this a lot more interesting than really had any right to be. finally dealt with. And so considering how powerful that position was that Vitality were in, I think NiP have done a great job of even getting it down to the 2v2. But now that it all falls onto Brollan, alone and rerouting from the lobby, they last saw him over towards Heaven. He lobbed that smoke through while Rez was in the back of the site. So they're anticipating the Heaven side retake. This all-in reposition over towards the door might surprise them, but Magisk got his eyes over towards main. He catches that swing out through the door, and Vitality will grab the second round.
You know, it was a conversation when Vitality went English of communication, especially with Apex leading in, you know, second language, and the difficulty that many teams and many players have, you know, when they make this switch to English. We are in the era of international Counter-Strike with so many of our top teams, the vast majority speaking English, you know, mostly second language. And I will say Vitality seem to have acclimatized to that so well in the past 12 months. I feel like the comms are always so clean. The setups are always covered really well. Their post plants are extremely strong. Obviously, these are all the hallmarks of you know, the best team or one of the best teams in the world. But you know, these finer details are always enjoyable to watch for Vitality. Feels like they don't make glaring mistakes. I say that as the eco round gets scary, but Brollan gets picked out of the sky and it just saves the day yet again. The player back from G8 who put on quite the show for Vitality as well. So yeah, it's just been fun watching Vitality. I feel like you don't see big errors, and then when you throw in the superstar players they have on their roster and the rise to in-game leading that Apex has certainly given us, there's not a lot to dislike in the Vitality camp.
I think it's super cool for Apex's story individually as well, right? Just because I think, you know, you're approaching the kind of, I don't think any CS player is ever complete per se, but it's like the most complete Apex you could ask for in terms of his IGLing, right? Because as you mentioned, you know, there were kind of the teething issues early on, not even just of the language changing up, but having to marry two very different styles of Counter-Strike. Whereas now, with, you know, we get to the point, like even think when Spinks was brought into this team, it took kind of a while to find that footing and get comfortable. But with flameZ, it's been immediate, right? And the time to adjust has gone down with each addition. And so I think you're really starting to see him come into his own in that sense.
They know what's going on because Brollan down below has heard this play. A fake on upper into a late red swing. Headtrick had his eyes on Garage. He knows they're wrapping and he won't overcommit to that fight. Just makes them get closer and closer. A minute though gives him enough time to do so, and Brollan, why would he be ready for Apex up there? Still on silo, late in the round. Headtrick gets his spot. He wants to force it. Both players behind the red box. Rez helping out as well. Great control of the spray. Molotov forces Headtrick to swing, but he takes one more with him. And this round all over the place, convoluted as can be for Vitality, leaves the captain in a clutch. He's found the first, but time is of the essence, and Config is here just to brute force the round in. Krelle. That's what they call Config, I heard.
Oh.
It's his nickname.
How come?
Don't know what it means.
No, it's, you didn't like get the etymology or whatever.
I'll find out.
Have you ever etymology eaten?
Eatmology? Only at Eton. Not too familiar.
That's a place, isn't it?
Yeah.
Eton.
Ever been?
No. So that's kind of the end of our geography tourism segment. That round comes at a bit of a cost for NiP, so even though they win it, still a little limited here.
I like the sneak, though, behind the smokes, right? 4 players. NiP won't expect this much control down lower. It's going to come as a surprise for Brollan.
I even like that Apex ran a little bit there.
Yeah.
Just towards the end. Just one guy out of the 4 that snuck down, and that's not Apex.
Brollan goes! Whoa. Yeah, and that's because he thinks it's one.
Exactly, right? So he's more than willing to fight because that audio cue was given that one man had crossed, and so they're assuming that's a bit of a lurk play. Spinks is rewarded for his patience back in the lobby. This is some good lurking out of him in this round, right? Just to punish the kind of standard ebb and flow once you lose some of this control over towards Yard and Secret. Usually you try to retake lobby. And so Spinks was looking to make matters kind of miserable for NiP there. Hedrick will reply with one down on the B side. Both sides of the ramp are smoked. And so even though that molly goes in for Config, he's not going to be able to capitalize on it. Instead, that's got to fall to Hampus. There's even a re-smoke going down now. And so Hampus has to be the guy to make that first move, and he will.
No,
That's
what?
crazy.
What?
Config running through, practically looks to tee this one up for ZywOo. You don't want to make it easy versus this guy. And so now down to the 1v1, Hampus is desperately looking to deal with him, and he will. Bests him in that head-to-head to convert the round for NiP. Job well done for Hampus. That really is easier said than done.
Yeah, despite Config's best efforts, right? Not even a bad play. Like, someone's got to sacrifice himself there for the info, but Hampus was not ready to, re-swing or play off the back of that. That just felt like a call that Config goes for, because I'm jumping through, and Hampus did not sign off on it. Still, he wins that round. Despite ZywOo stalling it, a few more seconds would have done it. But you know that Hampus is timing that to a T. He's getting closer. You've got to kill him. So, a closed clutch for NiP, taking down ZywOo in the 2v1. And suddenly we're cooking. NiP get on it early with more timeouts. They used all 4 in the first half of Mirage, but that was essentially the game. And of course, Vitality rebuy again. Keeping up the pressure while they can, while the money is still low. You don't want to admit defeat as the favorite, especially not when NiP are ripe for a reset. Put them on pistols. And the AWP in the right place. Hedrick hits his shot. Fully blind, finds Spinks on the entry. flameZ still is curious. Oh, well, at least he was.
Curiosity killed the cat though, man.
Yeah, and flameZ, he did not land on his feet.
Apex now trying it, and they've all faced the same fate.
It's so funny watching players try and get down vent in smokes, because no one can do it, really. You think you understand where you are, you never do, and you never will. 5 alive for NiP. Talk about money breaking, Vitality don't even make a dent.
I'm getting nervous early on, Hugo. Now maybe, you know,
and then you know, lose
yeah, then do whatever you want.
Because then you're third in the world historically, and you know, third to, let's be real, you know, the best Astralis roster to ever exist, the best roster to ever exist probably in Astralis, and then NiP as well. You know, in the classic 87-0 days, where they went 32-0 on Nuke alone. That was when this was a 13-2 CT-sided map. NiP of New trying to make it look like that. Warp outside again, hits a tag to Apex. It's a bunch of pistols running amok. It's a bunch of pistols walking amok.
Yeah, I mean, you know, this is a chance to kind of talk through the coming rounds. Also, you're trying to take your time in the hope that you can waste utility or catch NiP. You know, someone hunting their meeks. But that ain't going to happen. Brollan looks to hold on to ramp, and he'll do exactly that. Beautiful. In the control. There's NiP up 5-3. 4 in a row since we had that early upset past the pistol. And a chance to just keep sweetening the deal right now for NiP. The real concerning thing is the fact that they've just had 2 flawless rounds in a row, right? So they're starting to amass a good bit of money here.
Hedrick's had some good round starters as well in the right place at the right time. I want to see if Vitality can try and do an A-pop. It probably won't be in a gun round, but you know, in another Tech-9 attempt. They tried it last time, but Spinks got picked by Hedrick, and it kind of sucked the wind out of that round. Hedrick this time starts ramp. 3rd round in a row with a new position. More of a standard AWP opener. Hampus tasked with dealing with outside. Smokes will come down. Sort of. It's not much of a wall. I think there's a miss there. Oh no, sorry. They're just wide smokes towards credit. So he is given room to fight. He will win his. Out the door goes ZywOo, and Spinks will follow. Double entry. Rez, hey, 2 will do from the top rafter position, as it's put NiP now in with a chance to win this round. Bomb is nowhere near planted. ZywOo, if he repositions again, he is going to be caught. Apex gets that plant for Heaven. Hampus unknown about for now. And his teammate in Heaven, that molly. Hampus goes right through, and ZywOo's got him boxed in. He needs that kill. One-way smoke up in the rafters. ZywOo has time to play.
Tries to throw a bit of trickery in with his own smoke and then swings out just seconds later. That's 4 from ZywOo. And a gorgeous sequence put forward.
Yeah. Won't lose that clutch to Hampus again. Not this 1v1. Right when Vitality actually needed to pick this back up on the T side. This could have been NiP running away on a streak. Not today. Not with a round like that from ZywOo.
It really is just gorgeous to watch, isn't it, man? Like, every single peak is so purposeful. There's so much intent. They're so snappy. And he never kind of overexposes himself there. Not in the 1v2 and not in the initial site take. He's only taking 1v1s every step of the way.
Ooh, Hampus again. I do enjoy watching him play Yard. Over the smokes this time. He's got a lot of different tricks. And he keeps taking down the opposing captain as well. Meanwhile, Config gets deeged out in door. And ZywOo is on the edge of the spoke. Meanwhile, Spinks and Magis can run out A, and ZywOo flicks back because Hampus is trying to run back to help out his team. Vitality so ahead of the curve, they didn't even bring the bomb. And Hedrick's hoping they overcomplicate and drop down the vent. But they have nothing to drop with. Still got to find that package. It's awkward now, because Hedrick can't even make progress without making noise.
Yeah, it's funny, because Vitality are going to be scared every step of the way, right? Like, they don't have ramp, they don't have lobby, they know that Hedrick might have found himself over towards ramp this round with the orb, so they were paranoid about that AWP finding its way back through Trophy, holding down the bombs, rotating. Even now, they're still scared as they're moving through, but they've got nothing to worry about. Hedrick is still down on B.
Doing their due diligence, though, not jumping the gun on this plant. More so important in retrieving the bomb, yeah, that he's not playing it. But now Hedrick, I imagine he can save down.
I hoped while they were planting there, we were going to get the... I realized it was on the wrong side, that they were going to jump up on top of the...
Yeah, you don't see that very often.
There's some weird little, like, boosts you can do in the top site of Nuke. And not many people know about. You can even boost, like, onto the CT vent.
Yeah, I think you lose your accuracy, right? You're like floating? Pretty sure. You have to like hold W into it. At least on the T vent. I don't know, maybe you show me later. Get in the server, Harry.
Yeah.
Boom. 5-5. Vitality level it out. No stress after that streak of 4 from NiP. And they won't really be able to buy fully round this orb. They could get, 2.5 rifles. FAMAS is the half. Don't truly count it. Not for the price point. So they will do so. Rez on an MP9 instead and config Deeg. We can rely on that. Hedrick's going to go outside now. He's got a spawn. Going to go for the Stown peak. And ZywOo is just running out A. This is what I wanted for Vitality. These quick top hits when you know the money's low and Molotovs are not in every player's hand. Look at the result. One smoke on the door molly and Hut is open for business. Another double entry out onto top and another round for Vitality.
Even hounding down Hampus as he tries to save. And I do like it in these rounds where you kind of have Vitality final the early success in these initial fights over towards A. I always wonder, like, what's Apex kind of said in this round, like, because a lot of them, he's going over towards outside, he's trying to tee up like something a little deep, a little more enriched, a little more complicated, and then he just gets calmed down the line from, Magisk and ZywOo, like, oh yeah, no, don't worry, we've actually just got all the A kills, so we're just going to go there, but like the smokes and stuff, that's cool, keep doing it.
Yeah, throw your stuff. Yeah.
But we're just going to go A.
Apex is like, yeah, I've got a flash, and they're like, no, the round's already over. It's okay.
Like, you even saw it with how he approached it. Like, he was shift walking all the way down outside, and then he just kind of hit this point of just holding W and running towards the spawn, looking for the leftovers. So this is a nice turnaround for Vitality. 3 in a row. Putting to bed some of the early worries when NiP were embarking on that 4-round streak. I think quite critically as well, being able to limit the impact that Hampus has found early on here. He's been a bit of a monster over towards outside. And so they've found a bit of an alternative way in, which is in taking some of these early fights on A. I think it's interesting how often they've been down to duel through the Hut. I mean, I just flat out consider that like not really a good fight, but Vitality seem to excel there. So willing to meet NiP in early battles for this top site control.
Head trick, door spawn, gonna take it again. This has netted him opening kills, but Vitality nuke it. Molly and double nade put head trick down low. And immediately, one of the plans for one of the 2 guns in this round is put to rest. Boost can come through. We just go over the top, no one to see. It's a ramp stack, and ooh, they sneak down lower. There's a spot. Brollan's got info. Spinks caught looking nowhere. And Brollan knows he can hunt down this vent play. The ramp rotates have already come through. They're right above flameZ. Oh, Config whiffs it. He hit a headshot, but just finds 3 in a blink of an eye.
He has 7 health the whole time, and he was mid-spray transfer as he had to embark in doing that in the first place.
He should have been dead from Config.
That's so crazy.
But the head goes wild when you dink it, Harry. It goes all over the place. The animation. And head trick, the 1 AWP in the round. Opening play denied and forced to save. Vitality could even justify the hunt here, and they are.
I mean, Hugo, I know it's always been a
tap, spray, and then bop. Perfect. Oh, head trick's gonna get swung. And he's dead. That's nasty, man.
That is a lovely, lovely peek from Apex.
Shot.
Just chasing him down in the close, and that's now the AWP knocked out. That's going to be dropped over by Rez, so they still get to have one, even without the save. But that impact will be felt as we move towards the end of this half here. Vitality are in a really good spot, right? They're in this position where really they can do all the legwork. They can make up for the fact that they dropped those 4 consecutive rounds at the start of this. They can make up for all of that if they win this one right now. They break NiP's money. NiP have got nothing left, staring down the barrel at the end of the half. And so that would allow Vitality to really come into their own and just break ahead. Looking to go 10-5 up on the half here.
You'll love the smoke, Harry. The Rez has dropped in this round. I don't know if it was Rez, but it was on the top of Hut as the Molly came in. He's playing your one-way.
He's doing my one-way. Let's go,
I don't think
Rez.
he threw it because he still had a smoke, but someone did.
Someone threw that.
Yeah, we'll keep an eye on that.
I've never seen anyone use that one-way.
It's only a fake out on A, though, for Vitality. They've rushed ramp. They forced Brollan down lower, but it's option NiP are happy to concede. They've still got that B-bomb site. They've got a 5-on-4. The pressure is very much on Vitality. Brollan's playing extremely committed right now. This could just be a 1-for-1, which is an open path to B. Brollan takes his kill, and they don't swing the trade. He's able to catch him behind the railing. And so Vitality have to slowly edge their way into the B-bomb site. Brollan just about getting behind the cover. Oh, he is on for a round here. Molly's a problem. Will they face with it? It doesn't matter. He takes 2. More than you could ask for Brollan. And the paranoia sets in with the windows broken. Vitality know NiP could still be here.
Yeah, this is going to be a little awkward for Vitality. Especially with Spinks not moving to take control of windows or the double doors. So yeah, that was real wishful thinking, and now Spinks is left in an awkward spot. Usually you kind of like that second player to try and break away to get that double doors control to allow a plant to come through, but he's paranoid. He's heard the footsteps over towards Hell. He's heard the footsteps moving into ramp. He thinks they're trying to give chase, so he wants to hold on to it. It's a very awkward spot for Vitality to be in, and that's why you've got to give Brollan the credit for even getting NiP to that point in the round.
Rare mistake from ZywOo. I can't believe he actually goes to stick that bomb plant. Like, no matter what info has been called, maybe they heard the ramp rotates.
You're just kind of calling their bluff to a certain extent, right?
Plenty of time to drop a fake in there, to try and get a shot off. That's, to me, that's not a ZywOo-esque play. But even so, NiP aren't complaining. Another attempt for head trick. Missed shot.
That's why those double doors are such a power position, though, right? In a way, there's kind of no right decision there. If you fake the bomb, they open the door, they don't have to fight you. They just jiggle it, they see you're not planting, and then they tuck back in. So that's why it is like the power position down towards B is those double doors.
Hello.
Apex, he's found some fantastic space here out in the yard. Hampus has no idea how that's just happened, but Apex has taken a lot of room now for Vitality.
Yeah, again, he snuck behind it, right? We've seen this a couple of times. Vitality not always announcing their cross. Brollan will, from afar, takes out the captain. 4-on-4 as that smoke fades. Someone will get info. Who will it be? It's Rez today, taking down the star of the show in Spinks. ZywOo trading it out, and they do want this top side, but a missed attempt for flameZ leaves Config in the firing line, and he takes more with him. It's a 1v1 now. Hedrick could be anywhere. His round starter was outside, but now he's back up at heaven, and Magiska's got to get the bomb in the open. Hedrick, a swing, and one shot is all it will take to find a 7-7 scoreline, with the half winning up for grabs in the last round. This is a competitive game though, sure. Like 7 rounds, great T-side on Nuke. That's not bad at all for Vitality, but NiP have at least woken up to this one. They've had some pretty smooth rotations. Their AWP has been, with the exception of that clutch, denied more often than not.
Yeah,
they're matching Vitality.
Oh, 100%. This is a very competitive game, and the one chance that it had to kind of stop being competitive, the chance that Vitality had to go 10-5 up was squandered where they get into that 2v4. They fall short. Now they've been shut down in a 1v1 for their chance to break away from NiP. They're certainly feeling the stress here. Two chances to try put a bit of a buffer between them and NiP. That's not come through. It's kept it neck and neck into the end of this first half, and now NiP still in with that chance of winning out this first half on Nuke.
Let's see if they can do it. Hedrick's had so many spawns, man. He's still doing it. Another door peek. But yeah, other than the one time he found Spinks here, Vitality have not given him the satisfaction. Using lots of flashes, again in this position. Do we have a classic topside hit? Hedrick wanting to get ahead of it. Oh, now he's been spotted. Now he's in hot water. Teammate going to move in behind him. He has to move from the flash, but Config will not turn away. Ooh, 5-on-4, and the molly denies this top hit. Back to ramp. Oh,
that is
blinding.
A crazy shot out of flameZ. That's opened up a route down through ramp. Hampus sees them dropping, comms that down the line. Hedrick's already here on the AWP, ready to shut down the attempt at this ramp take. NiP are starting to rotate players in towards ramp, so the net is closing around Vitality. They're up on Hedrick, but he still delivers. Apex will hound him down.
Go on.
But now it's to embark on a 1v3, and he can't find his footing. Hampus knocks him over, and that's NiP 8-7 up at the end of this first half.
how I got this hair. My star player was a tilter, filled with rage. He likes my hair though. He even grew the same cut. But one game, he goes a little crazier than usual. I got the demo to defend myself, and he doesn't like that. Not one bit. So, me watching, he goes and grabs a plate, laughing while he does it. He turns to me, and he said,
"Why so serious? Why so serious?
Blade sits down.
Why so serious?
He loads the demo and says,
Let's see what Blade finds under that plane."
Okay, what do we have here? Oh no!
They said I was 70 IQ, kicked me from the team. So, I cut my hair to start fresh.
You want to know how I got this hair? 20 years of North American Counter-Strike.
Well, Vitality's massive win streak here on Nuke could be getting called into question if NiP have their way. They kickstart this one going 3-1 up. Sorry, what am I saying? They kickstart this one going 5-3 up over Team Vitality. Then we have a brief little turnaround in there where it felt like Vitality had the chance to go on a 10-5 the half, only for NiP to win that kind of back-breaking round right near the close and actually go on to close out that half 8-7. They sit up in the lead right now. This is spearheaded by some big performances out of Hampus over towards the yard, and Brollan being a bit of a mastermind on some of these rotates down towards lower.
Yeah, big questions for Vitality here, but CT sides are where they do their best work without a doubt. And so the question is, poised to Hampus instead. What has he got cooked up for this T-half? A little door pop, manual mode. They'll be swinging it open, and the flash will fly in. NiP going to bring the heat down the vent. Spinks will get that quick shot, but look at ZywOo, who started on the lower side. That's sweaty, and he's ready to dish out some headies. 2 kills. Well, helped out by the rotate, and the bomb dropped as well. Nothing worse than someone starting like that.
I was going to say, I'm convinced just starting lower B on a pistol is like cheating. The nerdiest thing you can do.
That's not cool, man. It's like actually BS.
No, honestly, I kind of like don't really like it.
It's rude, to be honest. But it's like the Mirage pistol.
All respect I had for ZywOo is gone.
Yeah? Join the club. I'm not in it. It's like that that pistol on Mirage where he's solo bench on B Mirage and his team are 4A, 3 under balcony. Like they lost it. He didn't get any kills, but they trusted in him, Harry. And you got to trust in the Woo. He giveth and he taketh away. Right now, giving Vitality a pistol round and denying a bomb plant is not enough to scare NiP away from forcing. They will not wait. So they better have something here. Hampus seems to think so. Top of his team right now, individually. The yard player CT side was locked in a battle between him and Apex, and this will not change. But Apex has a very strong position. It's hard to clear without a main smoke, something that Hampus could supplement with. You see they're considering this back garage position just due to how empty outside is. ZywOo, of course. What a fight.
Sure.
He's going to flash Apex in.
Oh, yeah.
Nice.
That's one for free. The MP9 actually found Brollan as well. So, yeah, that kind of sucks for him. Spinks getting stuck in now. That Galil's been grandfathered forward onto config, and even though he's good for one, it's the end of the line. It's just res now. Everyone from Vitality has moved to take this space out in the yard and play around the bomb. flameZ domes res. And so Vitality going to stick the landing on the conversion as well.
Yeah.
Up against that force spy.
Nice call for Apex. Not hurried to that play, but they don't wait forever. They know that NiP must be outside with how quiet it is. And Apex gets flashed. He kills the one rifle. And yeah, sure, it gets shuffled along, but many more Vitality players to swing outside and keep that round fairly clean. 3 alive against a 4 spy. Now you get a Glock round, and Vitality should be able to make some money here. Really don't want any deaths. There is a deagle on config, so you got to be careful.
Come on, config, give us something cool. There's one. Come on then, let's go. Deagle. Ooh, the config deagle. We all remember it. Oh, never mind. Spinks is going to get rid of him.
They're in trouble.
They could have looked to go retrieve that, but instead, Apex and Magis teach them a lesson. Brollan, the last survivor, he hid under the corpses. Anything to stay alive here, and Apex will deal with him nicely to close that out with a hat trick. Vitality, they get the pistol, they find the 2 conversion rounds on the back of it. Now NiP come through with their first buy, but it is going to have with it a handful of limitations here, most notably no ult for Headtrick. Other than that, it's everything they could need.
Indeed.
So not really a handful of limitations, just one.
Just one.
Just one limitation, actually.
Alrighty. I like to see the AWP in ZywOo's hands. In a hurry, scoped hut immediately for a top rush. Magis caught moving on the ramp. It's a big entry. This is how you can, you know, everyone's been here. This is how you just lose the round on Nuke. Someone needs to save the day. Spinks could be that guy. Brollan down to 8 health, but not the kill so desperately required. That molly forces a decision. He'll take a safe one until the door gets swung, and Config is there to meet him. That might be the round here, Harry. flameZ, he's in a great position, but his team aren't convinced. And that re-smoke is the middle finger. Ninja, maybe?
It would be pretty juicy.
It just doesn't happen on Nuke very often, especially on B-side.
You don't have to leave the bomb.
No, you can watch it. Yeah.
You can be in control room and you're like going to lose like 10 health.
Yeah. And on B-side especially, like you're exiting ramp.
But that's why this is going to be the most legendary ninja defuse of all damn time.
Oh, well, no longer sneaky.
Ruined now, of course.
Yeah. NiP will not take their eyes off of it.
But hey, dude, for flameZ, that's a win.
Yeah, upgrade.
Gets the AK out of the round.
Peace. Could have gone a lot worse here. But NiP.
Who hurt Hampus? Someone just dinked him, I think.
Yeah.
Kind of uncalled for. Even he's looking shocked. Even he's like side-eyeing Config
I think it was
right
Config.
now.
No way, Config was dead. I think it was Headtrick.
That would make sense, right?
Yeah, cheeky.
Because you have that big brother relationship between them two. Headtrick and Config, that is.
All right. Well, NiP don't wait long, do they? This is still competitive. I'm just sitting here waiting for Vitality to start running away with this game, but at no point have they given us that.
Yeah, man, you can keep believing that.
Yeah, are you here for the 16 win streak broken?
Well, no, because I'm like in two minds. I love respecting underdog, but I also love streaks, you know?
Streaks, yeah, well. ZywOo, he's trying to streak his way to ramp or something.
Nice, yeah.
Thanks. He's got the AWP out, took that first pick, and now looks for more. Ridiculous. Takes the red fight, glaive smoke, and now is solo ramp.
Will you like eat a Doc Martin if their streak gets broken?
No, because it's 10-9, and there's a good NiP have a really good shot actually. So don't really want to put the shoe in mouth on the line just yet. Could have asked me
can't
after
believe
map
that Vince, you know, I mean, he had to eat something that was kind of reminiscent of leather.
What did he eat?
I don't know, just something chewy more than anything.
Well, shoe would
didn't eat a whole shoe, did he?
Shoe would be bad for the guts, so I'm glad he didn't.
flameZ, come on then. Shoos them away with one. Nice. Any more out of the guy? Oh, he's got support. Apex is here. And now kind of blocking him, but that's fine because he's going to get out alive. And there's Spinks from atop the hut to get the bomb away from NiP. Hampus all alone, low HP on one, but what can you really expect him to do here? They're even prepared for him to try grab that bomb and duck down the vent, going towards lower. He's just going to get spammed out of the round. So goodbye, Hampus. He'll run for the hills.
There's not many hills on Nuke though, Harry. It's pretty flat. But he will get out anyway. And he needs to. if Hedrick's going to have money next round.
There's hills off in the distance around him.
Yeah, just fairly inaccessible.
See? See?
Yeah. All right. Well, we said, is this where Vitality run away? It could be, because NiP are tasked with a very difficult decision. They'll probably buy all in here, get plenty of rifles. Could force an AWP if you want to risk it for Brollan, but unlikely. 5 AKs will do just that. Vitality looking to secure a Pro League playoff spot. That's what's on the line here. Round of 12 or quarterfinals. Meanwhile, over on the B stream, we've got Astralis Orcs as well. Astralis taking that first map of the series. It was pretty dominant when
big
when we saw
Orcstralis game going on.
What?
Orcstralis.
Orcstralis, is that
what
what
calling it?
They're calling it that, are they? It was a 16-5 on Nuke. It is now 10-4 to Astralis on map 2. Looking like a 2-0 for the Danes. Can Vitality find the same?
Oh, they were trying to assemble the boost at ramp. They were boosting in the wrong spot, but now they've nailed it. Magisk put up there.
This is a nice angle for the boost, to be honest, on Magisk. You don't usually see people play at the back in the corner, and it does get cleared, but this one, now that's a boost. Especially when you got ZywOo.
Yeah, I was going to say, actually, I just noticed that ZywOo's there as well. So it's like, Magisk isn't even kind of the big scary when you first come round the corner.
I don't know. Guy's pretty big. He's pretty scary. Viking-esque. But
That's
it may
the
never
hell
end
smoke
around.
lobbed over, isn't it? Ooh.
I think they missed, though. It's all the way... Yeah, it definitely missed.
Yeah, that missed. Saw it pop somewhere else. I was like, maybe they're trying to... No, that's just a miss.
So here they go.
Here they go,
Upper.
out through the hut.
Yes.
Quick mow down for flameZ, and Spinks is able to keep this all coming up in favor of Vitality. Hedrick, last man standing, his team fall around him like dominoes, and Vitality, since getting onto this CT side, Apex is...
He got that dog in him.
He does have that dog in him, man.
But it's like a Chihuahua. It's not like a big, you know, what's a big dog? Like an Alsatian. It's not a bark. It's more a yip.
Yeah, that little yapper.
A yapper. flameZ gets those 2 kills, and Apex, I guess, calls it, I have your HUD. And then flameZ looks away to door, and he just gets swung by a 3rd guy through the molly. NiP full sent that one. And Vitality, they did it, Harry. They broke the money. They put
Apex Chihuahua is a very good comparison. The more I'm thinking on it, I think it just works on a lot of levels.
Man of many faces. They're going to get down secret. One guy running, the rest walking, but a gap under the smoke. flameZ will see something, and the rest are just going to run as well. That's kind of the jig up now for NiP. Magisk could be a chunky nade. It certainly is.
Vitality is so fast to this lower rotate. They're already too strong here with a 3rd man over towards ramp. That's a nice opener for Hedrick,
wow.
But they weren't ready for the 2nd man of Spinks.
One
player in the bench. And Config will delete Spinks down at lower, but at what cost? Everyone's injured, everyone's wounded with the exception of Rez. However, he's got his own issues he's dealing with, so leave the guy alone, all right? He's out in the yard, got to try and cross with no smokes down.
He's just hoping to catch a rotate right now, but they're not coming vent and they're not coming outside. That means a triple ramp, unless flameZ does late drop vent. Apex. Oh, he's read this one. The bomb's coming back up. This is dangerous. Apex pulled away by the util thrown on lower, and then they give it away. So flameZ knows now he is in the right position to win this round, and he falls to Rez instead. ZywOo, the B kill. That should send them back up top. Hedrick will have to fare with the unknown. Did they hear the running? Rez certainly could have. Apex made some steps, but Rez is still watching heaven. This is a mess right now. This could be anywhere and nowhere. Hedrick barely going to get a second to breathe after the plant. They're just going to rush him down.
Yeah, Hedrick should be dead. ZywOo's got that in the bag, and now it's just Rez.
Ooh.
1 kill, but he's not ready for a 2nd man in the hut. And so it's that buddy system employed between Apex and ZywOo that seals the deal. They walk it together. And they continue amassing these CT rounds. 1 found for NiP since getting into this 2nd half.
Yeah, that was an in-game leader's nightmare, that round, right? Some of the rotates you're having to make is change of plan twice for NiP. You know, players getting picked, you know, Config getting picked when he's committed out lower, meaning you can't even, you know, play off of him late in the round and come back down to B. You've lost that real estate. At least Rez wins that upper kill that gives him a bomb plant. That will enable a better buy, but NiP are running out of run. Road is the word I was looking for. A runway.
There you go.
Run road. Down the runway. Okay. Oh, pushing with a nade. The molly will stop the rush. Again, they're stacked.
flameZ is about to show Spinks how it's done.
Yeah.
He said, Spinks, spec me. This is how you push hard. Check this out. flameZ. That's how you do it. You just never do. The nade does good damage. And the smoke denies the push in. NiP wanted to try and go by the looks of it there. Now ZywOo tucked in at the vent, but an uncharacteristic miss. flameZ tries to deal with it, and there it is from flameZ. 3 at the door, locked out by just one man, even flashing himself in for more. It's a great flash. ZywOo's next point of contact. flameZ can just trade this peek. So you got to be ready to swipe that mouse up if you're coming out through the door. You got to deal with ZywOo first, then you've got to be ready for flameZ up on top of the hut, and that's if you get that far. They line up for ZywOo. There's something about him and these damn doors, man. He lines up that collateral, and he sends NiP packing.
Would not be the first time for ZywOo in that position, would it? And this time he knows he hit the collat. That's a good feeling. 14-9. We said a few rounds ago, when would it be that Vitality would start running away with this game? Well, we are well and truly there. Looking for a 17-win streak here on Nuke. Self-proclaimed best team in the world off the back of winning G8. A major in their pocket this year already. And Pro League on the tip of their tongue. Can't deny that NiP at least showed up to this map, but it's gone quiet on T side. Gassed out. And a full house, no weak player, no heavy hitter star of the show. A 3-kill differential from top to bottom across Team Vitality.
NiP completely leave the yard here. All grouping back in the lobby. That means they kind of have to give some attention over at ramp. And wouldn't you know, ZywOo's there. Even lined up for him. Brollan getting the trade, but it's Magis because that second player that now gets the bomb away from NiP. There's something to be said just about how many of these kills go traded for Vitality, right? There's always a second player, a second head to the beast, it feels like, if you're NiP.
But Vitality, they did this at the end of Mirage. They get a bit cocky. A repeat for ZywOo, a repeat for Magis, neither of which were necessary. And look, now it's given NiP 2 kills back in this round.
Sure, but I'm a firm believer. If you're winning a game like this, you want to have some fun with it. You want to try and flex
throw some rounds,
a little,
you know?
Right?
Throw some rounds, make it interesting.
Exactly.
Yeah, I'm all for it. But they are mistakes that will cost you. And NiP yank that handbrake up, Harry. Car comes to a halt, and they wait for Vitality to approach, but Apex hits the best timing you've ever seen. And if he just continues to follow them down ramp, this is 15 for Vitality.
Oh, that's the bomb as well. Like, he needed an even bigger edge here. That's the bomb. Now he knows that it's going down and towards this B play. They have a very clear picture of what NiP are dealing or trying to deal their way. And Apex just continues to hold this ramp side, boxing them in, forcing them to commit to the lower play. Now his teammates rotate in through the vents.
Just
Apex has spotted Hampus. Ooh. Brollan dealt with in the double doors, and Hampus is pincered by Apex and flameZ. That is a very composed retake, considering it starts, as you say, with some, you know, overfacing, some double dipping from the 2 ramp players. It's closed in a very clean and calm fashion from the remaining 3 for Vitality.
Who would have thought that Apex is the most composed Vitality player in that round, right?
Well, I think even when you watch his gameplay nowadays, it's nowhere near as frantic. Everything is very kind of patient, if anything, out of
Yeah.
Apex. And I think that's been a great skill to watch him develop.
Well, we just got so many more hard entry players on this T side as well, right? That you don't see him just going for these constant 5-on-4s.
Well,
he tapered it off towards the start of the year on CT halves as well.
You know, we talked about like meshing the styles together as well. Kind of get the vibe that for him, it's no longer now like him trying to show, okay, this is how I want the round to be open. He's got like full faith that his team are going to build the vision that he has. They're all working towards one common goal.
Oh, and this is a great setup as well. flameZ is going to have that cross to hell. We've got a secret player that can come up. This is a wipeout right now. Total for NiP. A car crash outside. And a 4-on-2. The Vitality just want to slip through with a nice headshot from ZywOo. It feels inevitable. Written in the stars. 17-map winning streak on Nuke. And playoffs of Pro League locked in here for Team Vitality. They will 2-0 NiP this evening and take themselves to that final game of the group up against Movistar Riders to see who will be taking a quarter-final spot. Spicy day in the office here for Team Vitality, Harry.
Yeah, and very well done to keep it so clean in that second half, right? It's not